All right, it's been a long journey, but it's finally time for us to wrap all of this up. We've only got one world left to do, but you might have noticed I've actually come back here at first, and that's because something I forgot to show off. I wasn't even aware of it all, but the comments pointed this out, and I was legit shocked. I had no idea at all. So let me move all over to this space here, Oil Drum Alley. I actually had no idea about this one at all. Did you know that DK can pound his chest and make a sound? It's really cool. No, what we're looking for here is actually down here. In this pit is Rambi. I had no idea about this. Now, for the most part, most of my, oh, and then he's gone. This went the shit really fast. Okay, no, Rambi's not gone, but DK is. And all the knowledge I had kind of carried into this Let's Play more or less came from my childhood memories and just having most of the secrets memorized, but the secrets I remembered were, you know, the actual bonus rooms. I had no clue that Rambi was in this stage of all stages. And that I am so bad at hanging on to him. Good Lord. That is crazy. I had no idea. Thanks to everybody who pointed that out. I'm sure there's other little secrets like that here and there we missed. I know I've missed a bunch of secret tokens, but most of those were on purpose because I hate the secret tokens. That's just me. But that's that. How about we actually get back to it? Let's go to Funky Town. Hop into the Funky Flight and go to our final world. Let's go to Chimp Caverns for some tanked up trouble. This stage, if there's any stage I could consider notorious out of the final world, it's all of them actually, but this one in particular, people remember, because you have to power your platform with gasoline. Also, if you remember last episode, I jumped into a pit for a random reason. It was this stage I meant to do that, because there's just a secret there. You can't see it on screen, you just gotta know to jump there. This one? Yay! Still 99 lives, very helpful, hooray! And now we get to start the platforming all over again, woo! So as well, we only stayed on it for a second, but you've probably noticed the gimmick already. There's cans of fuel we need to pick up to keep the platform moving. If it runs out of gas, it falls off the ledge and we die as a result because we've got nowhere to land. So we have to keep picking up cans of fuel. However, the cans of fuel all have different amounts inside of them, and that's the real issue. They've got dots to represent how much gas you actually put into the platform each time. Now it starts simple by every time it being a full recharge, but then eventually they start getting a little stingy and a little tricky with them because they start going down to 3 dots and eventually to 1. Oh, there's our first 3-dotter. So if you time things correctly, you can stay in it, jump in a hidden barrel there to grab that. But as soon as that flashing light happens and goes away, you're donezo. And if you wait on this platform long enough, it'll carry you up to the actual save point. And then there you go, the platform falls away because it ran out of gas. I think you can actually get that on guard token anyways, probably, no, the Kremling's too far away. It's not really worth the risk if you're not worried about those, but it's there and it's kind of a neat little Easter egg if you manage to actually keep your fuel meter up pretty high. And also wait around on the platform. Now, I don't know if this is really the most necessary strategy for the stage, it's just one that I always did as a kid. Wait as long as possible to grab the actual can so you're not overcharging. Because I think when it gets to 5, it does not count anything past that for gas. So you want to time it as, to be as efficient as possible. This casual ride here, dodge the bees for this full canister. And they trick you, there's nothing here, just some bananas, no gas there. Uh-oh. And here's the real trick, keeping this thing moving now. Just keep grabbing the little dots, keep it in there. There's a last full fuel can there too. Now we have a decision to make here in a second. we can take that, I almost said canister. We can take that barrel up there to go to the end of the stage, or we can ride this out through here and get the G. So it really just skips this last little platform and the last couple zingers. And it's up to you if you want the G. If you don't need the letters, if you don't want the letters, don't worry about it. Take the bomb. Take the bomb. Why do I keep calling it a bomb? Take the blast barrel. I guess that's why I keep calling it a bomb, huh? Tanked up trouble is done. Now, another stage. I guess if I have any complaint about the final world, it's that it's the final world, and as a result, all the stages kind of suck. I mean, they're not bad stages, but they're definitely the hardest of the bunch, as you would expect. And again, Ramby's just kind of here. But at least here, he acts like an extra hit, so it actually is pretty helpful to have him here. Because there's not as many small platforms to kill you as there were in Oil Drum Alley. Although, there kind of is later. But yeah, all these mincers here mean you're gonna need some careful platforming. You don't need Ramby for any secrets. In fact, he doesn't really help with them, right? Well, no, you can get one or two with him. That way you don't need a barrel. But if we lose him now, since we've hit the halfway point, we don't have him for the rest of the stage. The real reason Ramby's here, aside from the extra hit, is that there's crushes everywhere. Ooh, everywhere. That should be good. There we go. There was a barrel right next to this door, but well, we brought him in. Let us bounce on these guys and not actually worry about the bananas, because if you just keep bouncing on them, you can eventually get a free bunch of one-ups, which is worth way more than the actual one-ups or the actual bananas you get. So that's one of the few areas that you actually get to take advantage of the fact that if you jump on 8 enemies or more, you get extra one-ups. And since they're spaced pretty well together, it's really easy to get one-ups off of that minigame alone. Oh, bye, Ramby. Right into one of the few pits I would have needed you. I would have had to jump with you, huh? Okay. Thankfully, like I said, we do not need him for the rest of the secrets of the stage. The other two are actually in a surprisingly easy spot and surprisingly close together. You would think you'd want them there. Nope, nothing there. The actual secret, is I am dead. Oh boy. Is here. This just open door. It's another cave that does that for some weird reason. But interestingly, this is one you can fail and there's no real penalty for it. In fact, it's almost recommended to fail that room because you get through it faster. And you can just go back and try it again anyways. You won't lose a Kong if you get hit here. And the only really reward is the G. Still spits you out at the same spot. So let's take this TNT barrel. Be very careful because there's some beavers at the bottom. And just run into this wall. Nice, close, and simple. If you lose the barrel because of the beavers, go back into that room and it will actually respawn a barrel for you. Ah, dang it. I was about to say, we're not even gonna see him getting mad because he's just hopping in front of the wall. Spin out of the bottom there, and we are done with this stage. Manic Mincers. Next up, Misty Mine. We're getting kind of a decent variety in stages here, actually. Welcome to a mine stage that slowly gets misty! Hence the name Misty Mine! The real gimmick, though, is the fact that TNT barrels and enemy spawners abound in this stage. TNT barrels will kill the enemy spawners, and they let you access a bunch of different secrets. So treat it like we did the oil barrels back in Kremko. Kremkrok. I keep saying Kremko. Not gonna worry about that one because I don't want any more tokens, and we don't need any more Ramby minigames. I think we've had enough of those in the LP. I actually think... Oh yeah, no, there's no secrets for a while in this one. Okay. Let's ride through here, just dodge all the spawners. At least most of the enemies they're spawning are the snakes, and they're not that bad to worry about. They're sneaky snakes if they fly at you from here. Jump down here or climb the rope all the way down. That's your actual hint because of how long the rope is to get a secret. And you might have noticed something in this stage. I'm not sure if you did, but we haven't found any Kong letters yet, and that's because they're all in this mini game. They're all here. Just zigzag up and down and you'll get all 4. This is also one of the few minigames you can actually retry, so if you don't actually get Kong, you can come back and do it again. Also, for some reason, Espresso is here. I don't know why. Oh, he's here so you can get his token. You do not need him for anything other than just flying over things, and honestly, he stops you from getting a secret. So I'm actually gonna get rid of him right now, because we need this TNT barrel. But I also probably want to be Donkey Kong, because these clap traps are spawning right here, and I need to jump over that barrel to break that wall. And our reward is, oh no, 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 fail, please, thank you. And our reward is more animal tokens, because of course. Clap trap, clap trap. One thing I remember too, it's a little too far back to show, but if you do not get that secret, there's actually a room, or no, there's actually a line of enemies with a spawner of beavers that you can get another 1-up run in a row with jumping on 8 of them. And I think if you jump over here, there's a, nope, that is a different stage. Never mind, I thought there was an animal token there. Must be thinking of another stage or an earlier spot. Bunch of armies to worry about. So again, like I said last episode, these are the stages where DK actually shines. He actually has a purpose. Make sure he's ready to kill all the heavy hitters. And there we go, good progress again. And now we spelled the letter N, let's cross the bridge and go to the next stage, Necky Nutmere. Now this is a stage actually exclusive to the Game Boy Color version of the game. No other version of this game has this stage. And I figured it would be interesting to go into this blind because I have no idea what to expect in this stage. And I honestly didn't know this existed until I started playing this Game Boy Color version, so let's give it a shot. Let's see how bad of a Necky Nutmere this really is. Well, I see that why the Necky part is there and the nut part. Problem is, I didn't really give myself many notes in the way of secrets. I know that there is one, oh my god, are those the gray crushes? Oh no, I wasn't ready to talk about them yet. Oh wait, banana? Oh hey! All right, let's spell. Now, I realize we never actually talked about these. The Kremling heads actually do things. So if you jump and get the blue ones, they'll actually reverse the actual order of the letters, or at least the rotation. And if you get the green ones, they speed up, or at least they're supposed to. It looks like this one's already pretty fast, so this isn't really doing much, but well, let's see what happens if we spell Diddy. Definitely almost jumped at the wrong letter D there. And that gets us a 3-up, but we're already at max lives, so great. Okay, where did that put us? That put us way far ahead of where we were, actually. Oh boy, where was that barrel we actually jumped off of? How much of the stage did we skip by doing that? Oh, there we go. There's our answer. That's a surprising amount. Oh, it's a shooting gallery. Oh boy. Let's get rid of you. You're an easier one to reach. What about you? What about you? Oh, there's a letter K. Didn't realize we haven't even spelled any letters yet because we already did Diddy. I guess we didn't spell these, we found them. So I know we don't have to worry about secrets anymore, but let's worry about... Oh, actually, I don't have DK right now. Let's get you back in. Oh, that's just rude! What the hell? What is this? Who thought that was a good and fair idea? What the hell? Looks like they only shoot one shot, but that's still really rude. What the hell? Okay, so I realize we actually haven't talked about this at all either, so let's finally talk about this. There are green banana bunches in the Game Boy Color version of the game. You may have actually seen them in some spots. They're worth 10 bananas, but they also are worth something else. Let's hit the halfway point. Yeah, let's die. That's exactly what they're worth. Let's try that again. You know what, actually, no DK barrel. Okay, well, we'll just risk it then. There we go. Okay, so underneath green bananas, or usually around them, if you ground pound or hit the ground at a high enough height, you'll find a sticker pack. Now these are stickers that can be printed with the Game Boy printer. You gotta hook that up, warm up that, okay, I disagree with that. Warm up that printer, and you can print fun little Kremling and DK stickers. But we won't be actually taking advantage of that simply because my Game Boy printer does not I still disagree with that. Our Game Boy printer does not currently have any usable paper. We have ignored those for the most part, and they actually, I believe, are needed for a clearance percentage. Or no, these actually might not be. Because there's some other requirements for getting 101%. So we'll talk about the rest of those and show where all those are in the bonus episode. Meanwhile, oh, thank God, finally, that only took 3 tries. Of course, the DK barrel was after all that. Now, we haven't talked about Gray Crushes yet. Gray Crushes are a pain in the ass because you cannot defeat them as Donkey Kong. They can only be defeated by barrels. They are super annoying to deal with. Speaking of annoying, cool. Didn't see that coming. I think I just barely saw a shot right before the other one got me. Let's just get out of here. Have we even gotten the letter O yet? Well, there's a letter N. Where was my momentum on that? Oh boy. Turns out doing a stage blind, not a good idea. Shocking. Here, let's just, there, get rid of you. DK usually excels in the later stages, but since this one has the requirement of the Gray Crushes, I guess we don't really need to worry all that much about who we're playing as. Oh. Oh! Oh, that's sneaky! Okay, I was like, how am I getting out of this situation? What am I doing? Thank God for that barrel. Oh my God. Ooh, they're actually climbing the stairs. I should probably move. There's something down there. It looked like it. Oh! Good. Oh, this is just a completely separate path. Oh, neat. Oh, that seems... Oh, that's just rude as hell. Oh my God, but we got through it. Let's leave this place. I don't think I like this Nutmere. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, come on! I mean, I can't be surprised. The stage is literally called Necky Nutmere, but still, off-screening. Oh, man. Whatever, we're almost... I think we're almost done. I hope we're almost done. Oh, this sucks! Wow! All right, let's try that again. That is just mean, but oh, we're out of here. And now that we're done that, we can move on to the next stage. Loopy Lights, an actual pain in the ass stage. If you did not like Blackout Basement or the Squawk stage, welcome to the annoying middle ground of them. You have timer barrels that control the lights on and off. You can still sort of see the ground if your light, if the brightness on your screen is high enough. But you're gonna be hitting those switches a lot. But it starts you immediately with a bonus stage. At least it's a quick draw. Get the K, bunch of bananas, and move on out. Loopy Lights also introduces this enemy, the second level of Claptrap, the ones that can actually jump the second you jump. Now, we've saw them in a bonus minigame, I think last episode. I just did not comment on them. This is the main stage they're focused in, and they are, if you don't know how to deal with them, kind of a pain in the ass. If you jump towards them, you are very likely to get hit by them. If you see them, the actual trick is to jump away from them, and they will never actually hit you. Jumping towards is usually a bait and switch tactic trying to get you killed. And also, they only go off of your actual pressing of the jump button. If you bounce off an enemy, that doesn't count as an extra press, and therefore, they won't jump a second time. But it also lets you do cool things like this, like, you know, lead them to their doom. Oh, that's, well, you can also just kill them. That works too, but I was gonna show you can make them jump off into pits. I'm sure we'll get another chance. It's not like there's a shortage of them. Ooh, ooh, but they get real sneaky. You gotta be very careful. Uh-oh. We've got no ground. Let's roll and hope for the best. Okay, that wasn't that bad. We're good. Halfway point. We're good for DK. Let's hit this switch. This is a fast-moving platform, my God. More clap traps. Lead them around to their death. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Buy us some time and lead the way. I have to act quick here. There's a barrel here, and a Necky that will actually break it if you're not fast enough. Although I might have acted too quick, because I actually don't remember where I'm supposed to jump here. I knew that was going too smoothly. I knew that was going too smoothly. Damn it. And that's why you turn on the light switches. No, not that much time lost, thankfully. Let's get back up here. So this Necky right here, shooting in 3 different directions, is also guarding this barrel and this light switch. If you miss the barrel, it's your only chance to get the mini game. Also, the nuts break the barrels in case you weren't aware. It's always the things you think you're prepared for, isn't it? It's always the things you think you're prepared for. Okay, this minigame is a quick run through here with the lights off, so you've got to take a wild guess on where you need to go. It's all regular jumps until this last one here where they hide a little tire to mess with you, so jump up here, and you just walk out. Piece of cake. We're almost done this stage, and we're getting dangerously close to the end of the world, too. Bounce over a bit. I mean, this area we can do without the lights simply because the zingers light up. That's the one helpful thing about it. So, like, we can still see them just fine. It's just, you know, where's the ground? Manky Kong, which I want to deal with ASAP because I might not be able to see those barrels, and we are done. Well, except for this. Look at that lone tasty banana there. Let's run and get it. Oh, never mind. Why did I think he jumped higher? Yeah, it's a bait and switch to kind of get you to remember there's a claptrap that they've hidden there. They're really sneaky about it. Well, we're back at Candy's place, which can only mean one thing. That's right, it's time to dance. And where the hell is this location? Candy, this isn't even remotely safe. That's gonna fall over when we step on that thing. How are you still standing there? All right, whatever. This is the last challenge. Let's see if you're up to it. Good luck. All right, I've liked the last few songs. What's the last one gonna be? Ooh, I think I just really like this synth sound. I'm actually really digging this, heck yeah. Ooh, okay. I just wish there wasn't so many L's and R's I had to focus on. Ah, we did really good. Damn it. So, one thing I haven't mentioned is that one of the photos you need for your scrapbook is actually getting it perfect on any of the dances. And as you can see, especially when you try to figure out where the L's and R's are the right time to press them, kinda tricky. Well, before we move on, there's actually one more thing I completely forgot about, because there's actually a little Easter egg we haven't really checked out yet. So let's hop in our plane and boogie all the way down back to start. So we go back to the very first stage, Jungle Hijinks, and go back to DK's hut. A secret cutscene happens. One of the naughties after we defeat, I believe the second naughty boss is that's when this gets enabled. It's just hanging out in DK's house for some reason, and they hid a little picture there. It's a weird Easter egg, and apparently, like, it doesn't happen anymore after you've seen it once. So it's like a one-time only kind of deal. But you can at least see the bit of the picture over here in the corner anyway, so you'll know it's actually been added there. It's kind of a cute, weird thing. Like, I would never have thought to come back here otherwise. It's actually kind of interesting that they even did that. Well, now we're just kind of putzing around here. All right. Before we go back, there's one last thing we should actually show before we make progress again, and that is actually Candy Kong's challenges. Now, we already did the first one, and if we try to go back in, she tells us you've beaten this challenge already and we can't do anything. But we haven't actually done any of the other ones yet. So let's get going back here to Monkey Mines. And let's do the challenge. Now, the first time we did the challenge, we actually just had to jump on a spot in the ground to find a coin. Nothing big. This is my challenge shack. To try your luck, jump into my nice spin barrel. All right. Oh, that's mean. We need to get that radioactive symbol. There we go. We've gotten a banana coin. 2 of them total, because we got the first one in World 1 already. And now Candy's challenge is marked red. And if we go back in, see you later, boys. You've beaten this challenge already. All right, bye. Let's go see if we can collect all 6. Vine Valley. Yoo-hoo Honey Kong is a good time to try your luck. As you've noticed, they've been getting a little harder. Well, maybe not that one, but they're changing each time, so it's actually a challenge that you can fail. If you fail, you just go back in and try again. You're not locked out of it, thankfully, but each time you have to actually try after the first one. The first one's not even really a challenge. The first one's just, hey, check this out. Jump on the ground. Do you know this mechanic? Can I help you monkey boys find bonuses? Time to spell candy. Yeah, I should have known. I was wondering if this was gonna happen at some point. Candy. Why? Oh, wait. Oh, we're spelling them all. Jump too early, jump too late. Well, I had to show failing one at least once. And we gotta do it all from scratch. Well, on the plus side, like, this is a decent way to get 1-ups now too, because this is a guaranteed 1-up that you can keep failing over and over. And I'm sure it's not gonna just stop at Funky. There's no way. It's probably gonna do Cranky as well. I almost went for that N again. Almost got greedy on again. This is probably a green? Yeah. Ooh, that means there's gonna be a blue for Cranky? Oh, all the crocodile heads are here. Oh no. Oh, I'm zoning out. Oh, I'm zoning out, baby. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Cranky. All right, is this gonna be the 3-up or the actual coin? The coin. Good. Whew, okay. That got pretty fast and tricky at the end, so what are the last 2 gonna be? Ooh, buddy, I'm worried about that. Creme Croc Industries. What's Candy's 5th challenge? Oh, it's an actual stage. Oh, it's these stupid, I hate these things. They react so different. Although I can climb this one up pretty well. This is actually more reasonable than I expected. Oh, he says as he immediately takes a hit. How much of this can I skip? Nope, I can't because I auto-grab these. Ooh, what is gonna be the safe spot here? The downside is that I get kicked out immediately, so I don't even get to see, like, what I goofed. Oh, it's hitting both. Oh no. Okay, we might actually be here for a little bit. If I go all the way up, I'm gonna... actually, can I even? Oh, I got the coin already. It was in the middle? What? What's left? What? What? Was there nothing else there? That's weird. I would have thought that would have been at the end. Okay, whatever. We got that one. Let's go hop in the plane again and let's go get the last one. Back to where we were, Chimp Caverns. The final candies challenge. I already don't like this. Oh, what the hell? This is oh my god, a blind maze. Amazing. A blind maze with a surprising amount of one-ups that I don't need at the moment. We didn't get it. It's gotta be in the middle, right? That makes the most sense. There it is! And this barrel doesn't go there. Oh, dirty. All right, where's the barrel we need? We got it. That's all 6 banana coins. Now, what does that unlock? You kind of get nothing. You get them to show up on a HUD menu, and you get more percentage added to your clear amount. That's pretty much it. If there's anything extra I wasn't aware of, that'll be shown in the bonus video. So now that we've cleared all the candies challenges and picked up all of the coins, let's get to the final actual stage of the game, and also a very, very mean stage, Platform Perils. I remember as a kid despising this stage for one reason alone. This guy, the gray and pink crushes. Gray and pink crushes are immune to the Kongs completely. Neither DK nor Diddy can kill them by themselves. They need the power of the barrel. Speaking of the power of the barrel, notice how the first bonus minigame is right here. As a kid, I remember being really confused. I'm like, how in the world do you get this? Turns out it's a lot simpler than you expect because there's a hidden platform underneath that first one. Just casually ride it over. No trick jumps, nothing. Just a nice, smooth ride. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really glad they only do the gray crushes in this stage, because they are definitely really rude enemies. To balance it out, they give you a lot of barrels, but since these are also platforms that are very perilous, you're gonna be doing a lot of awkward jumping. This is really gonna test your jumping skills, which for the final platforming stage, you would honestly expect. Make sure you're really good at that roll jump, and that'll get you get through, and that will get you through a lot of trouble as well. Whew. This also definitely pairs up with the whole thing I told you guys about before. DK is invaluable in this stage. For different reasons this time. It's simply because this time around, since he can't actually kill the crushes, it's actually about the fact that he makes it easier to throw barrels because he throws from a higher vantage point. Get that. The higher throw actually becomes super helpful here, because they do line things up really mean here in a minute. I think we've got 1 or 2 more platforms to go, and then we'll get to the actual bread and butter of the stage and the actual real challenge. The platform marathon with all the crushes. Oh, you know, and also this guy here who would, if you bounce on him as Diddy, will throw you back into the pit. You can just barely clear that platform if you're careful with Diddy. But DK can just jump on the enemy and you're perfectly fine. So, you know, be DK. Don't know why I wanted those bananas. They were bugging me. So, we're gonna be doing this for a while. This is the rest of the stage, is just this. Grab a barrel, kill a crusher. But now they're all on moving platforms. You can do this as Diddy, but I believe 1 or 2 of them they recommend that you jump when you throw them. DK can just stand and do it, which makes it a lot easier. You don't really have to worry about overthrowing for the most part. That added height gives you just enough range to make it pretty simple. One more barrel and a mean little trick. If you ride this last platform down here, the last secret of the game is here. You can reach it from the top with a rolling jump if you're careful. But, you know, riding that platform down is the suggested way of doing it. Our last minigame is for an on-guard token. You know what, fine. Fine, there's no more tokens. We're done with tokens completely. Let's actually win one for once, for real. I, honest to God, for a second thought that was gonna be 3 and got really scared. Let's get out of here. That's it. That's all the stages. All we got left are boss fights now. Let's go get revenge on Necky. Or is it Necky that's getting revenge? It actually is Necky getting revenge. This is Necky Sr., who's very mad that we killed their son and or daughter. And now we must jump on their head as well, but the strategy is a little different this time around because every hit you clock on them, they actually spit out an extra nut. So you have to get in a little rhythm of dodging. You can't hurt them until they spit out the exact amount they're supposed to put out. And eventually, they are slowly speeding up, and the 5 round is pretty quick, but once you get that last hit in, dunzo, piece of cake. Get a good rhythm, and you won't have any problems at all. Funny how they have 2 of them though. I would wonder if they actually work together though. I wonder how that would go. We're gonna go to Necky's Revenge, but first, I actually realized we never actually showed off the prize we got for doing all the dancing minigames. I just kind of forgot about it in a rush here. And we got the final portrait. There is the full dancing DK portrait. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Now for real though, let's go to Necky's Revenge, where we meet Necky Sr. and Jr. is back. It's actually a double boss fight. They're both here. Pick whichever one you want to attack. Senior is the one you can usually attack sooner, since they both got their red shields before they fire. Oh, and we lost DK. All right, Diddy, time to do some work. Each one just shoots 1 nut at a time, but they bounce off the ground, so you have to be careful. If you take too long, their shields go back up. So good rhythm on the springboards is a good idea. Oh my God. Their timing is actually pretty separate right now. Oh, now they're together. Oh boy. Okay, come on, let's do this. Ooh, they're very close together. I'm a little worried about that. We might actually not win this fight because of that. I'm actually gonna go for you this time. Both Neckys actually have separate health bars, so we've taken down Senior, which means now Junior is pissed. Junior shoots 4 nuts now. But if anything, that actually kind of makes them easier because they're on a rhythm. They're on a nice, simple pattern that you can just bounce over as long as you've got good rhythm on that tire. Yeah, honestly, a lot more manageable, although it's also based on where they're shooting from, since that dictates how long those nuts will stay on the screen. We got them both. Ooh, Diddy doing some carrying, hell yeah. It's just like the old days, reusing the boss, changing its color, and pretending it's completely new. That's a little telling. Oh, that is a little telling. Nicely done, Cranky. That's it, only Krool left to beat. Come on, let's go and kick his scaly butt. All right, and with that, we follow the banana trail all the way down to Krool's pirate ship. It's time to go to the Gangplank Galleon. I'm excited, this has been a big journey, but it's time to finally end it. Let's go fight the final boss. All right, it is time to take on King Krool, the leader of the Kremlings and the reason we've lost all our bananas. Now, he's a real tough boss with a lot of options and a lot of good mix-ups, so we have to make sure we can roll into him and do lots of damage to him. We gotta be very careful. Let's wind up a punch and get absolutely dunked. Diddy, it's all up to you, buddy. It is no longer up to you. Okay, let's try that again. King K. Rool, the one who's behind it all, with his slow, spiky crown and his ability to jog. Truly a monarch to deal with. His crown has thorns all over it, or sharp jewels, I guess is what it's supposed to be. But either way, jumping on his head when he's wearing the crown does damage to you, so you can't actually do it. You gotta wait for him to actually expose his weakness before he can do anything. You can see the bananas everywhere here. Well, actually not really. There's not that many bananas here for someone who's stolen all of them. There's like a nice little Nintendo banana there, so at least we know what we're gonna get if we beat him up. After the 3 hits, he'll jump and start summoning cannonballs, and the cannonballs are actually the part you might need to worry about. But also make the least amount of sense. Oh, the camera snapped back, thank goodness. Why are the cannons pointed at his own ship? Because I can't imagine a pirate ship with all the cannons pointed down at the ship itself would really stay afloat that long. Oh crud, we're already down to Diddy. This is gonna be bad. Each round he fires another barrage of cannonballs, and again, I don't understand how this ship is staying afloat. Now that he's done 2 rounds, it's time to set up for the 3rd and final round of cannon volleys. You know, just let's sink this ship as well as we can. Enjoy the giant bananas in the back, the little bit that there is. I guess they've kind of left all the other ones all over the jungle at this point. All right, you throw early, from what I saw last time. Ooh, sneaky. Get that hit in, and there we go. That's the fight. Now let's enjoy the credits. With a K too, I guess they like Mortal Kombat. Coding, Claptrap, Characters, Crusha, Coloring Critter, Concept, Clump, Commander, King K. Rool, The End with a question mark. Ooh, sequel bait too. Wait a minute, those were fake credits! Oh god, he's fast! Oh my god, he's way faster than I expected him to be just then. King K. Rool will start jumping now, and his jumps, he's got some interesting hops to put it lightly. He'll do it twice. Then he'll go halves, quarters, and I think 1/6. Yep. And then one final hit. And one final hit. And one final hit. Oh my god, we're back here, it worked. I don't believe it. Oh my god, we actually fixed the multiverse, holy cow. We need to finish this now before something else happens. Oh my god, we're almost done, hang on. Final boss up ahead. Get past this fireball, and the cause of all of this multiverse shenanigans is Dracula. Dracula's here, throwing bats occasionally. You know how we defeat Dracula, of course. It is the patented jump over him and hit the giant switch behind him, murdering Dracula and ending the game. Oh my god, I can't believe we did it. Oh. Donkey Kong came through all kinds of difficulties, you're telling me. Conquered Lanbadoand, saved Sodoma, finally, so the world resumed livingness from then on. ... Thumbs up, DK. The end. Oh my god, we did it. We actually reached the end. Holy shit. I've heard of a couple games being like this. Sonic 2 Special Edition is one I've always heard rumored about how crazy a playthrough is of it. But I have never played a game that has jumped between multiverses. I have never played a game before that actually uses the multiverse and travels through time and space. I did not expect that at all when I started this. Good God, but somehow we brought it all back and saved everything. We fixed it all, and we're done. It was a ride, but guys, thank you all for joining me for this playthrough of Donkey Kong 5, The Journey of Over Time and Space. One of those rare cartridges that actually can go over time and space and jump to different worlds. I never expected to meet other versions of myself. I don't know why they were all playing Donkey Kong Country. That was a little weird. I'm just gonna assume that's just how this cartridge works. I've always heard that if you play through this game, you're probably gonna go insane, but thankfully, I've been on YouTube long enough. I think I hit that point a long time ago, so we're good. Oh, and with that, let's go to the cookie. All right, next up on Fortune Cookie, the next game we're playing is
John?
Jet Set Radio. What?
What was that?
Dude, what do you mean? Dude, we just played Donkey Kong 5. The damn title screen was just on the screen. We've been playing it for hours. How were you not aware of this?
How does a bootleg go through time and space? How does that work exactly?
Dude, I don't know, man. I stopped being a programmer in like 2006.
Where did you even buy something like that, man?
See, that's the weird thing. We got it at a TRG trip. I remember specifically, it was this table by itself. There was this one girl there that was running it. She looked so familiar. She had blonde hair, glasses, a hoodie with a star on it. She was really busty. I probably shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry. But like, she just kind of looked at me, handed me the cartridge and said, "Warn the others." It was really weird, but like, why am I gonna say no to a free video game?
Wait, hang on a minute. What about the end of Donkey Kong Country? Did you ever finish it?
Dude, we never played that. That was like stage 2 of this game, was watching another John play it. We never actually played Donkey Kong Country.
Okay, well then did that John finish Donkey Kong Country?
Why would I know? We got out of the multiverse and fixed everything. Why would I care at that point?
Look, somebody out there who's probably watching the recording or the VOD of this is probably going to be disappointed if we don't show the end of Donkey Kong Country, I would assume.
Do you want me to go? Look, I can go back. Let me just reload the game for a second here. Hang on. I don't think this is a good idea, but it is the journey of over time and space. We might be able to go back and like maybe stage select to that.
Just be careful this time, John. Please.
I'm clearly always careful, right?
Define careful.
You know, that hurts, man. That hurts coming from you. I'm pressing this. Let's see what happens. Second stage. It's a little tricky to do. That was in like Donkey Kong 5. There's no secret here. You are a lot quicker than I remember you being. Holy crap. Kind of ridiculous, but if it works, I'll be grateful. We did it. We took down the monarchy. King K. Rool is defeated and we get our bananas back. Well done, my boy. Who'd have thought a whippersnapper like you could beat that gang of horrid Kremlings? Yep, I did all the work, sir. It was me. You've made an ape like me real proud. Look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. Excellent. If I was playing, I'd have found everything. Wait a minute. There must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. And that's the thing. We found them all. We also turned into DK. Diddy doesn't get to enjoy the giant banana horde, only Donkey Kong does. And that's the Game Boy Color version of Donkey Kong Country. Definitely a weird outlier. It's such an odd port. It is essentially Donkey Kong Land style, but done as Donkey Kong Country, and it's just really weird to get used to. The hitboxes are so strange. It's so off. Any muscle memory you have to the original version is just not helpful, to be perfectly honest. And honestly, I really struggled getting through this version in particular because everything just felt off. It honestly made me wonder about the Donkey Kong Land games. I haven't played through the Donkey Kong Land games since I was a kid. And it legitimately makes me wonder, were those actually any good? I can't tell if it's gonna feel weirder going back to those, or it might just be the fact that it's all stages and setups that I know from Country, like the SNES one. Going into this Game Boy Color one, everything feels wrong because it's fighting muscle memory. It might feel different because of the Land games, because I remember enjoying them, just not as much as the Super Nintendo one. And I feel like I can't really recommend this one unless you really just want a challenge or you've never played any of them. If you've never played any of them, maybe give this a try, but I don't think you'll like it. I had a couple people in the comments say that this was the version they grew up with, and that makes me feel sorry for them. Legitimately. I think one person even said, like, yeah, I didn't understand why people like Donkey Kong Country because I played this version. Then I played the SNES one and completely understood. It's rough. We got every secret and it still technically wasn't enough. We didn't get all the pictures. We'll get that later, but there's a reason that even if we had gotten that, Cranky still tells us the wrong message. Once we get through all of Nintendo of Europe, we'll talk about it. It also is super weird that this version doesn't have the enemy walk-off at all. It's just random shots of the game that are all just specially set up. Like, they didn't show off the characters at all. It's a little odd choice. But I guess if you have to program less stuff in there technically by doing that, it might just be less space to just make images with the words. and just random sprites. Although it is repeating a couple pictures, or at least pretty similar. The original Donkey Kong Country team. There we go. The NOE testing team, the NOA testing team. Thumbs up to them. And a surprise from Diddy, I guess. Thank you for playing Donkey Kong Country trademark. Oh, that's kind of sweet. However, there's a hang-up. Secrets await you on another barrel option. This is very important for us actually getting 101%. And what the fuck is that picture? What is he doing? Is he climbing out of a Game Boy Color? What is this picture? Please get off my screen. Oh no. Oh no, does he stay on here? Oh no. It's legitimately not going away, please. Is there no reset? This is not reset on its own? I think we're gonna have to reset it. Hang on. Back to English. Different title screen. It goes through a couple different title screens whenever you boot it up. It's actually kind of neat. Jump in. Our actual file percentage was, we actually were on file 3, 82%. We missed a lot. But here's the thing. Well, first and foremost, what we didn't show off was, I guess we can do print, but I think it's also under bonus. View items. Okay, first off, there, we've got all the banana coins. So that part's done. We've done all the candies challenges. I don't know why it looks like the radioactive symbol on the back of the coin, but there you go. Secondly, there's mini games we haven't done, Crosshair Cranky and Funky Fishing. We'll cover that in the bonus episode. And there is something else. I guess we look at it under print. Yeah, there we go, sticker book. So sticker book are the items we can find in the actual game. Those are underneath the green bananas. This is one that I collected from the actual first stage of the game. And the one that we actually got in Necky's Nutmere was this one. A rendering of DK's head. So if you want a sticker of DK's head, you know, just press the print button. Let's give it nighttime mode. Let's print it. Printer not connected or not powered. All right, well, again, no paper right now on my Game Boy printer, so we can't enjoy this sticker of DK's head. There are a bunch of these that you can get throughout the game, and we actually on purpose skipped a bunch of these. This one I got off screen, because I also legitimately forgot about them at first, so that was on me. But there's another aspect to this which sucks. Remember those extra modes the game mentioned we unlocked? We have 2 new modes unlocked, DK barrels and star barrels. You can turn them on or off, but you can only turn one of them off at a time. To get 101% in the Game Boy Color version of Donkey Kong Country, you need to beat the game with DK barrels off and star barrels off. So no extra monkeys, no extra hit point or no midpoints, but you cannot do both at the same time. You need to play through the entire game 3 times to get 101%. That's on top of actually doing the stuff as well, the candy challenges, and I think even the mini games. So here, let's turn off DK barrels. Let's go to adventure mode. And it starts all over again. Life counters reset. Bananas are still here. At least remembered that. And if you notice, the name of the stage was also red, so we don't actually actually need to get the mini games anymore. The downside is we still have to beat the entire game 2 more times. They do something else though that makes it a bit more worth it, quote unquote. The green banana bunches. Oh shoot, well now I'm stuck as Diddy for the rest of this. The green banana bunches, there are only, I think, 6 that show up in your regular playthrough. Now that we're playing with DK barrels on, another 6 bunches will appear in different locations. I like how I'm getting the mini games anyways. This is just force of habit now. Another 6 banana bunches in different locations will appear in different stages because we're playing on a different difficulty. Notice how this banana bunch is yellow. Originally in the normal playthrough, this is green. This is where we actually get that sticker pack I already had. You have to play through the entire game again, find the new locations for the green banana bunches, get the next stickers, and those will add and unlock as well. All 3 playthroughs are necessary. If you look up online, I believe you can actually just still ground pound in the spots where the banana bunches are on your first playthrough to get them. I believe you do not need to get them in the other 2 like that. But if you're playing this legitimately, or you played this when the game originally came out and there wasn't a guide, you were hooped. That's it. 3 whole playthroughs just to get 101%. Doesn't seem worth it, huh? Kind of feels like a weak victory in the grand scheme of things, but at least at the end of the day, we still got our bananas back, right? It's not all bad. Cranky makes it onto the ship. Well done, my boy. Who'd have thought a whippersnapper like you could beat that gang of horrid Kremlings? Donkey Kong yells in happiness. Oh, and I guess Cranky is expecting me to press the button. Never mind. You've made an ape like me real proud. Look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. And then I'm leaving. Goodbye. And then they all left. And the credits kick in. The bad guys, all the critters. Now it's gonna show off a parade of every enemy that was in the game. That was a tough one, actually. I actually didn't think we were gonna quite pull that off, because especially with the early loss of DK there, I kinda got nervous. But we pulled through, and that's the important thing. I still really like the Donkey Kong Country games, but I will be perfectly honest, I think 1 is my least favorite of the 3. And that's a tough one to say considering who you talk, or depending on who you talk to really, because I know 3, a lot of people also are pretty iffy on. There's something about 1 that I feel isn't as fleshed out as the other 2, although 3 kind of goes in a harder direction, and, you know, Kiddy Kong's not the most interesting of characters. But I think my personal favorite order is 2 is the most favorite, then 3, then 1. 3 just tries a lot of stuff, and not everything sticks, but I appreciate for what it tried. But I still do have a soft spot for the first game, and really the whole trilogy. It was actually really nice to get to play through this and enjoy this all. And honestly, all the different changes that are in this version of the game that I hadn't experienced before were actually kind of cool. I actually really like the DDR minigames, and I honestly thought I was going to hate them. I didn't expect the songs to be as catchy, as fun as they are. If you ask me which version of the game to play if you're new to Donkey Kong Country, I would probably still suggest the SNES version, but actually this version's pretty solid. A lot of the extra content they add in there was kind of cool. I didn't like the camera, the scrapbook though. I didn't like all that extra stuff, but I did like being able to call Funky up whenever I wanted. I like that it actually saved the amount of lives you had, although for some odd reason it didn't let you go over 99, which all the other versions do. So that was a weird thing there. But otherwise, like, this was a cool game. This was a cool port. I'm curious to see, whenever we ever get to it, how the Donkey Kong Country 2 Game Boy Advance port is, because I'm curious to see how the changes are in that. I know at the very least there's an added boss fight in that one that isn't in the SNES one. So whenever we ever actually get to Donkey Kong Country 2, if we do, we get to cover that. Now there's a bunch of content in this game we still didn't actually cover. I did not get every photograph. We didn't finish Funky's Fishing, and a couple other things, so we'll cover all that in a bonus episode. So get ready to check that out later, but that probably won't be posted right away. That might be a couple weeks or months down the road. It just depends on how things play through. But hopefully you all enjoyed this ride for Donkey Kong Country. Everyone's chilling on the boat. Now that's all sorted, I'm going back to sleep. Amen, DK. I feel you on that. You lazy ape, you are getting too old for this. You have done a great job, guys. Yeah, wicked man. This sea air is doing me no good at all. I feel weird that we're all just kind of chilling on K-Rool's boat. Like, we didn't kill him, we knocked him unconscious. Oh, speaking of, we definitely didn't kill him. Make yourselves at home. K-Rool! Right, I've had enough of this. It's time for me to get going, so you Kongs better get off my boat or else. Or else what? I'll destroy DK Island. You're bluffing, lizard face. I don't think he is, Sugar. Let's get off this manky ship. I'm too old for this. See ya. I'm bailing out, dudes. We will meet again, K-Rool. I'm out of here. And then they just straight up jumped off the ship. And there they are, swimming in the ocean, or in... I'll be back! In DK's case, it looks like he's rolling on a barrel animation, but just slowed down and also, like, without the leg part showing. Everyone else looks like they're just standing. Actually, yeah, everyone is just standing in the water except for DK. And then K-Rool took his ship and just buggered off. I'm out of here. This island sucks. All I wanted was bananas. Instead, I lost most of my armies. Call that an ending? Looks like a cheap stunt setting up the story for the sequel. All right, you know what? Well played. Well played, devs. Well played, Cranky. That's true. Simply because this ties directly into Donkey Kong Country 2, but it's pretty easy to do that when you've made 4 DK games up to this point. Sorry, DKC games. And now, as the Kongs drown to death outside of their island, they watch the majestic sunset fade away. And here are the actual credits. These are the people that actually made this game. R where? That's convenient. We got fireworks displaying everything, that's great. Oh man, okay, I'm so happy we actually got through that. I wasn't sure how that was gonna go. But we stuck the landing, but there is one thing I'm actually nervous about. Like I mentioned, we didn't actually get all the photographs. We're gonna cover that again in the bonus episode, but there is kind of an important thing hinging on how well we did. This is the thing I'm nervous about. I went into the K-Rool fight at 89%. At 90%, you unlock something. And the only thing we missed in the game were the photographs. We missed, I think it was 19, it looked like? I forget if we ended on 33. There's 52 photos. If we miss that 1%, if we don't hit 90, we have to redo the K-Rool fight to unlock extra content. I think we're okay, because the K-Rool fight and the photo you get from it should push us over, but if it pops up and says 89%, I'm gonna be real bummed out. I always also, going back to the actual version of the game we're playing here, the Game Boy Advance version, I always found it really interesting that they made the trilogy on GBA. It made sense since the GBA had roughly the power of the Super Nintendo, or it was supposed to be a little bit better. But the one thing that always bugged me about this version is that, and any other SNES game that gets ported to the Game Boy Advance, is it never quite sounds the same as the SNES one, and I just prefer the SNES sound chip more. 91%, okay, oh, we're good. Hero mode has been unlocked. Thank goodness, I thought we were actually gonna miss that. Well, There's our all rights reserved screen. Let's go learn about what we haven't shown off yet, shall we? Wait for it to fade out. Put back together that Rareware logo. All the jiggies are back in place. The Nintendo logo looks a little rough around the edges. It's time to play Donkey Kong. C-O-U-N-T-R-Y. Trademark. The trademark part always gets me. So now that we have beaten the game, we have unlocked a new mode, and I assume I need to free up a save for this. Yeah, here we go. There's 1-player mode, 2-player mode, and 1-player hero mode. We'll of course name ourselves Hero, as close as we could get. Welcome to hero mode. Oh, so you think you're ready to face the Kremling hordes, do you? I mean, that's kind of why I'm here. I kind of just did it. You will need more than that flashy new costume to get you through this time. DK has taken a well-earned rest after cleaning up your mess. That's true. The intro cutscene and the story from the manual all state it's kind of Diddy Kong's fault. Well, actually, no, it's also Donkey Kong's fault, but Diddy was the one on guard when all the bananas got kidnapped. As much as you can kidnap bananas, I guess. Stolen would be the right word. Don't expect any help from me either. I'm far too old to tag along with you. I wish you luck. You'll need it. Oh yes, next time you swap costumes, have a look in the mirror before leaving the shop. You look like a banana bird. I haven't read this before. All right, hero mode is kind of rude, but it is its own thing. Here, Diddy, you can go see what you've caused. Get mad, jump on your hat, complain. The bananas are gone yet again. Just want to check something. Yeah, no, picture's not actually there, okay. Hero mode is just Diddy. No Donkey Kong, just like they said. You're by yourself on this one. You take a hit, that's it, you lose a life. But there's also not a halfway barrel. It is both difficulties added in at once. No checkpoints anymore, and no Donkey Kong anymore. You're just Diddy. The trade-off is, though, if you want 101%, it's just like the Super Nintendo version. You no longer need to collect Kong. You no longer need to collect the scrapbook pieces. It is just get the secrets and beat the stages. So, ironically, the mode that is the least like the original game is the most like the original game. So if you want to go through a challenge, this is honestly your best recommendation. And honestly, playing as just Diddy is kind of a challenge since any heavy enemies, you can no longer jump on them. You kind of get so dependent on DK for those parts that it is a little mean that you're just stuck as Diddy now. Actually, is his death animation different? I assume not. All right. Well, considering that this is it, there's nothing else here for this, at least this mode. Let's go back and show off everything else we're gonna have to show off next time. So the things we haven't shown in the that will be shown in the bonus video is DK attack mode, which is actually time trial modes for every stage in the game. You are ranked from, I think it's like D to S rank, something like that. Yeah, let's see what we got here. The original owner of this cart got B's and A's and I think an S. Yeah, there you go. So there's a bunch of different ribbons you can get depending on the score you get per stage. So if you remember the competition cart for Donkey Kong Country, it's basically that for every stage now. It's kind of a neat addition and a good way to extend the game. And then, of course, whenever you want to do it for funsies, you can just go to Funky's Fishing or Candy's Dance Studio. Dance your heart away. Even 2-player dancing. Have a dance competition. Check your scores, including these default ones. Press start to dance. I think we'll dance another time. Or maybe we'll dance right now. Well, we still have to go get those pictures, but we'll do that next time in the bonus video. Hopefully you at least enjoy the few bananas you've gotten and enjoy the new modes. That's the wrong button. By the way, that's great. That's so obnoxious, oh my God! Get me out of here! Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you? Well, it really wasn't Donkey Kong, did he? Did a lot of the work there. Could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings. You made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. Diddy's just like, can I get some credit too, please, Cranky? What a player you are, Donkey, my lad. You've beaten the Kremlings. And found absolutely everything. You're nearly as good as I used to be. We've gotten 101%. We've done it all. Let's go to our banana hoard, celebrate, enjoy the pile of bananas we have, and take in the credits. We did it. We actually got through it all. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly didn't think we were gonna pull this off. I was really, really nervous about this entire playthrough when I originally pitched this a long time ago. And I was scared I wasn't gonna be able to figure it out correctly. Time Thief has helped me a ton pitching ideas for this and letting me run with my ideas for this, but I hope you enjoyed this insane ride. I was a big fan of a Let's Play back on Something Awful called Sonic 2 Special Edition, and I think a number of you were familiar with that one as well, because I saw it pop up in the comments a lot. And I wanted to do something like that. That was just as trippy as that, but a bit more useful as an actual Let's Play as well. And somehow, I know it's a little tricky, especially if you don't know the game that well. We did actually show every secret in the game. They're all the same in the 3 versions. That was the whole crutch of the whole idea, the whole point of it all. And the fact that it somewhat coherently worked is kind of a miracle. I'm not gonna lie. So, major thanks to MasterTimeThief for helping me with this. Major thanks to the mod team as well for pitching ideas. Even some of the viewers unwittingly suggested ideas for this as well. The alphabet thing for the titles was pure coincidence up until about video 4. Video 4 was when I was like, I should just keep doing this, because people started noticing it, but they hadn't noticed I had done it in the other 2 Let's Plays that we had done, the other 2 major ones. Now, I know this whole playthrough it was not for everyone. This is the thing. This kind of hinged on you having a lot of knowledge of the series or being okay with it being just really weird and trippy. And that's okay. If you didn't like this playthrough, I completely understand. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, this one was for me. When I originally pitched this idea, this was the LP I was going to come back with originally, because I just love the idea of doing a meta LP. And I know it wasn't to the actual level of Sonic 2 Special Edition, but I don't think anyone can do stuff as strongly as Doc Future does. Oh, DK, thank you. I appreciate the cheering. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll keep talking about it, but I just really like this little slapstick bit where they just kind of kick the crap out of each other. Because they're friends, but they're also assholes to each other. Probably because they're family. That's usually how it works. Wasn't me. Just kicks him in the ass. Bites his finger. And then they just walk off together as friends. You know, family. I did this using 1 life. And I took less than an hour. And then the actual credits. I know this LP wasn't for everyone. This one was mainly for me. I'm honestly really touched that a lot of you actually enjoyed this ride. I understand that this was kind of hard to follow for some people, and I completely get it, but I just wanted to do something weird and different. This will not be the norm for the channel simply because this takes a lot of prep work, not gonna lie. Also, commentating over 3 separate playthroughs of the same game, but they're all different in hitboxes and timing, and in some cases item locations, is really weird to do. Do not recommend it. So we're going to be back to regular playthroughs, regular Let's Plays after this, but I may do one of these again once in a blue moon kind of thing, because they're fun. I love doing stuff like this, but yeah, just need the right game to come along. If we do Donkey Kong Country 2 in the future, which I kind of want to, it will be a normal playthrough, but we'll also put in some of the Game Boy Advance content. Meanwhile, there's also going to be a bonus video for this game because there's a lot of content between all 3 versions we actually didn't show off. So we're going to do that in a bonus video, so hopefully you enjoy that. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining me on this ridiculous Donkey Kong Country playthrough. Hopefully you learned at least a little something. Hopefully you had a laugh or two. Hopefully you weren't traumatized too much by Beaver Bother. I did get some interesting comments on that one. And we're done. We got 101% on our save file. Now, if you did the warp that we did originally as well, you actually get 64% if you clear all the stages. But if you load that file up, it starts you back at the beginning area, so you can actually get everything all over again. So you can actually finish the map if you did the shortcut that we showed off. But that does require playing through the rest of the game, and you want to go fast, right? Anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you all had fun. I'm out. I'll see y'all next Let's Play.
So what was up with all that Funky Kong business?
I don't know, dude. Probably wasn't important.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn it, he didn't listen. Guess it's time to go find another one.